What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Oh, got old Mel in the building. What's good, Mel? Y'all know what to do. Hit that like button when y'all show up, man. Hit the like button when you show up. Oh, yeah, that's a good look. That's a good look. Wedding anniversary, that means you've been in the game for a few minutes. That's a good look, man. As long as you don't wind up like the girl did the man at the barbershop. Like that girl did the man at the barbershop in Arlington, Texas, right? That's what we don't want. We don't want nothing to do with that. That's what the money for. That's what you got to spend the money. That's what it's for. That's for real. That's exactly what the money for. It's all about making memories, man. I always say this here. If you take care of the business gonna take care of itself. Real spill. You ain't even gotta worry about it. What's up? What's up? Y'all make sure y'all tap in, hit the like button, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. I am who? The one and only Mr. 110. Okay, what you got in your freezer? I hope you got something to eat in there. Don't be like Jeffrey Dahmer now. Whatever you do, don't be like that. Y'all hit the like button, man. Real spill. Y'all hit the like button. We ain't gonna be here long. I'm on my way out. I just tapped in to see what y'all had going on for the day. Real spill. Hit the like button when you come in. Subscribe to the channel. Real talk. How you doing, dude? How you doing, dude? Yeah. I'm good. Got my boy Tony in the building. What's good, H-Town T? Look out, Tony. Hey, man. One got unalived in the barbershop chair, man. One got unalived in the barbershop chair. What you think about that? The man went to get a haircut, right? He went to get a haircut. He had no idea it was gonna be his last haircut. You know what I'm saying? He had no earthly idea it was gonna be his last haircut. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, real talk. In the chair. Say you talk about getting a haircut, getting faded up. Yeah, he was getting faded up. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Yeah, he was getting faded up, man. Getting faded up, then he got unalive. What's behind me? That's an H. That's an H behind me. Yeah. That's what it is, an H. Ain't no doubt. Hey, that's why I say them boys, don't stop at them gas stations and get them black rhino sex pills. Because when you take them, you put work in, and they ain't getting no work like that, then guess what? They stuck on you. Yo, what you mean down here in Texas? It was in Arlington, Texas, to be exact. Arlington, Texas. He was getting his haircut at the barbershop, right? Not only that, well known in Arlington, Texas, right? He had his own tax services. He used to do all the taxes down there, right? And he was in this situation with this girl, right? And at the same time, you know how it go. He had somebody else. What's up, Germany? Y'all hit that like button, man. Checking in all the way from Germany. So check this out. I ain't no doubt that's right down the road. So, them Ray-Bans, yeah. Octagon Ray-Bans, yeah. So let me ask you this here, Tony. Real talk. Ain't no doubt. That's crazy in the barbershop. I remember back in the day, barbershop was a place to go talk shit. No, you still can go talk. You still can go in there and do some talking, but guess what else happened? It's a good place to get what happened to him in the barbershop, right? Yeah. He was in the barbershop getting a haircut, man. Never knew it was gonna be his last day on earth, right? He was trying to look good for the people that he do his tax services with. He was trying to look good for the streets and the public. He didn't know that that last haircut was gonna be the haircut that sent him wherever he went, to heaven or hell. That was his last haircut. You know what I'm saying? So, with all due respect, he ain't got to worry about no haircut because his hair was already cut. You said who? It's the tax man in Arlington, Texas, man. Got unalived in the barbershop by one of his, I don't know what she was, his girlfriend, his lover, or ex-lover, or whatever she was highly upset. She was mad for whatever reason it was, and she went in the barbershop and squeezed one off, and when she squeezed on him, guess what? She squeezed on herself too. Yeah, so it was a double up, right? A double homicide, real talk. So, like I said, man, y'all be careful. Y'all be careful, because I keep telling y'all what time it is in this society. People are dangerous. So you just can't go, check this out, Tony. You just can't go put no work in. Yeah, she unalived herself too. Cause she wasn't trying to go no jail, right? She felt like when she did what she had to do, guess what happened? Fentanyl and alcohol, whatever, I don't know, man. Real talk. Ain't no doubt. Wherever you go, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter wherever you go, especially when you in a situation and you involved with a female with no understanding. See, that's the first law of nature, man. Don't ever go get nobody. Don't impregnate no woman. Listen to what I'm finna tell y'all. Do not impregnate a woman with bad understanding. Because for one, you're going to have a problem with that particular person forever. If she had a bad understanding when you met her, she going to have a bad understanding later on down the line. Oh, yeah. I already told you the other day, in 2025, these females act just like dudes. Ain't no, especially the young ones. The young ones nowadays, they want the same kind of weapon as the YNs have, right? Real talk. You know what I'm saying? They want the females nowadays, right? They want the same kind of weapons as the guys have. And they don't have no problem with using it. They're gonna use it just as fast as the dudes gonna use it, right? Especially the ones that's involved in the same thing that the other dudes involved in, right? And I'm not saying that she was involved in the same shit as the guys. But what I am saying is this here. Most people in this culture right now, right? In this culture, they are very much influenced by what? Fucking social media. This culture right here is very influenced by social media. Real spill. They want the look that the people have on social media. They want the jewelry. They want the fame. They want the cars, right? They want all the things that they see on social media. This culture right here do, right? Even the women. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no respect no more. Ain't no respect. Real spill. The shit crazy. A woman nowadays, right? She will disrespect you just as fast as a dude would disrespect her, right? I ain't never ever seen the likes of this in my life. This is, hey man, This shit is disrespectful level. This up on another level of disrespect, right? And please, whatever you do, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you got a good woman at home, real spill, I'm getting y'all some one-on-one real shit. If you got a good woman at home, right? Don't you go out there. Whatever you do not go out there and get involved with none of these females nowadays. Because guess what's gonna happen? They gonna tell it. They gonna tell it. If they don't tell it, guess what's gonna happen? They gonna do you the same way that she did the man at the barbershop. She gonna come in there, you think you just getting up that morning, going to get you a fresh cut, right? You just going to get you a fresh cut. You know how we do, man. We get up in the morning, Saturday morning, whatever. We go get us a fresh beard shave and go get us a fresh cut, and we ready for the week, right? Or should I say the weekend, right? Now, not knowing, like I said, this particular day was gonna be his last day on this earth. He was getting casted sharp without even knowing it, right? Yeah, because you know why? He couldn't cut ties, man. And that's why I tell people, if you got a good woman, don't you go out there and do nothing to screw that up, man. I'm telling you, because they gonna tell it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no doubt. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, man. What's up? Got my boy Boss Man in the building. What's up, Boss Man? What's up, man? This chat rolling so fast, man, I can't even see it. Real talk. No, we can't do that solo. Oh yeah. I mean that wasn't no, like I said, that wasn't no disrespectful situation. I mean, there wasn't no disrespectful comment going his way. But what I was saying is that getting up, going to the barbershop, that's just normal shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of us like going to get a haircut. Some of us like going to get a beard trimming. That's just, what men do that take care of themselves, And we find this to be comforting when we go to the barbershop, right? We find that to be real comforting when we go to the barbershop. Now, like I said, he didn't know that it was going to be his last haircut. He didn't know, because if he knew, guess what? Ain't no way he would have went to that barbershop to get no haircut. But everything in life is already planned out. And that's why I tell people in general, choose wisely of what you do, right? And it don't matter. Whatever you do in life, choose wisely. You know what I'm saying? My boy said, I'm starting getting a haircut at home. No, it ain't that, Tony. You ain't got to get no haircut at home. Just be aware of whatever you put work in on, right? That's what you have to be aware of. And I don't understand it, right? But dudes do it all the time, right? What I mean by they do it all the time, they can have a 110 woman at home, right? They can have a 110 woman at home, right? Do all the above. Take care of business, take care of the kids, cook, clean, take care of you, and people still find a way. People still find a way to flush that. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? People will still find a way to flush that, right? And then they go right out there and get a zero. Listen, what I'm finna tell y'all now. They go right and get a zero. What I mean by zero, somebody ain't gonna bring nothing to the table other than eyelashes, or BBL. That's it. They gonna bring titties, eyelashes, BBL, and I call it synthetic hair. They're gonna bring all that to you, right? they gonna bring all that to you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna bring all that to you. Remember what I just said? The synthetic hair, which is I call it a plug and play. I call it a plug and play. I'm talking about that fake ass hair they be wearing. That's a plug and play because they hair will be blonde this week and next week it'll be back black. That's a plug and play. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not tripping because I know dudes, they like that. They like this is the generation we live in, right? Real talk. Ain't no doubt. That's what they call themselves a baddie. They say they a baddie, real talk. They say they a baddie, and I understand dudes like, young dudes like baddies. That's what they like. They like the, somebody said a hair helmet. Facts. I'll fact check that, but that's real. So check this out. That's what they gonna bring to the table. They gonna bring the BBL, right? Real talk. They gonna bring the BBL. They gonna bring the headlights. They gonna bring the titties, right? Which is the implants. We know that. You know what I'm saying? If you've been around, you know that, right? And guess what else? And oh boy, come on, man. They gonna bring the fake contacts. That's a fact, Jack. They gonna bring the fake contacts to the table, right? But at the end of the day, they gonna bring all this to you, right? Yeah. Somebody say them BBL stink. I ain't never had a chance to even be on top of one of them. So I can't do nothing but take your word for it. Offset said the same thing. Offset said Carly B BBL stink. So it might do stink. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. See, a BBL smell like boo-boo. Hey man, y'all know better than me, man. Y'all know better than me. All I'm saying is this, man. Check this out. This is real spirit. I mean, this is really a no-brainer, right? This is a no-brainer, right? And I'm not tripping with nobody because I understand it's each his own when it comes to a lot of things in life, right? Now, dig this up. Once again, if you got a stand-up woman at your house right now, as we speak, right? If you got a stand-up woman at your house right now that leave your house and go to work the same time you do, you need to do what's right. What I mean by that, right? And I know dudes gonna be dudes. Hell, I'm a dude. So, it's just just shit we do, It's just shit we do. It's just typical, you know what I'm saying? We gonna fuck them off every now and then. That's just bottom line. Everybody guilty of it. Everybody guilty of the shit. But understanding beats the world. What I mean by understanding beats the world. Now, I was always told this, right? Is if you gonna do anything outside the guideline, they need to be in a better position than you in. What I mean by that, they better offer something other than a BBL, synthetic hair, fake titties, and contacts. You know what I'm saying? Because we know a whole lot of them right now. We see them all the time. Right? And in 2025, they label themselves as what? Baddies. They label themselves as baddies, right? Yeah, and the cat eyes, Yeah, I ain't never seen too many motherfucking black women got fucking cat eyes. But, it's to each his own. What's good, Daniel? You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to sound like I'm smashing them because I'm not. Because you can do whatever you want to do with your, with your backside, And you can do whatever you want to do with your eyes because they're your eyes. But I'm going to give a ball, a strike, right? In other words, what I'm saying, you can't come in the situation talking about you want somebody to keep it real when everything about you is fake. You see what I'm saying? How you gonna come into a relationship with any kind of dude, right? What's up? What's up? What's up? How you gonna come into a relationship with any kind of dude, right? I don't care whoever he is, and everything about you is fake, from your from the BBL to the synthetic hair to the eyelashes to the fake eyes. All that is fake. But you want a dude to keep it real with you, right? You want the relationship to be real. You want all that shit to be real, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's like he may have said, keeping it real when they half-ass. They not only half-ass real, right? The ass is fake. It's all about it ain't nothing natural, right? I was always taught, man, appreciate what's natural, right? In other words, what I'm saying, hey man, if you got a little weight on you, man, don't take the shortcut. Go on down there to the gym, work it off. That way you know it's gonna stay off, right? Don't go to Mexico and get cut on and then come back with all that cement in you. And then you find yourself not here tomorrow, or going down there to get a tuck on your stomach and you can't eat nothing but a peanut butter sandwich and a little scoop on it like that, right? And that's just the world we living in, right? Like I said, I don't know the situation in the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cement mill, you know how they go. Sometimes they get played on. They go to Mexico or Colombia and, you know, they want to take the shortcut. So them people inject them with whatever, you know, and then patch them on up and send them back home. And next thing you know, guess what? They're in the emergency room trying to figure out what's going on. Well, you got all this cement in your backside. You know, they done inject you with cement. Fake. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, whatever you do, understand who you dealing with, because it might be your last dealing, right? And don't give up a ham for a bowl of beans. What do I mean a ham for a bowl of beans, right? If your life is in perspective and your life is in order, right? Man, don't blame it on the alcohol, man. Don't blame it on the alcohol. Don't go out there and get drunk and wind up somewhere you ain't got no business at. I mean, you can go where you want to go. You who you are, no matter where you go. But you got to understand, when the alcohol wear off and you wake up and you find yourself in somewhere that you ain't got no business, we got a problem, Houston. And it just might be a barbershop problem. You never know. Because I'm trying to tell you, listen, hey man, when a man got something, listen what I'm going to tell you. When a man has something to offer, right, and you get involved with an individual that don't bring nothing to the table, that's going to make it hard for you to get away. You're not going to be able to get away, man. I'm telling you straight up. You're not going to be able to get away. You know why? Because they going to feel like one thing. You started this, and I gave you all I had, right? Keep in mind what I'm saying. They're going to say, you started this, and I gave you all I had, and all they had was a body. That's all they had was a body. They brought a body to the table, and y'all laid down and did what two grown people do. But see, now, guess what? You can go back home. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Ain't no doubt. I'm just telling you, man, look, if you got some shit that's worth having, right, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, man. You know what I'm saying? If you living over here, you know what I'm saying? If you living over here, right, in a $100,000 home, right? If you living over here in a $100,000 home, right? Guess what? You don't need to be. Hold on, man. Let me take care of this, man. Bye, man. I ain't got time to play no game with you, man. We'll get back with you later on next week sometime. Now, listen to this. If you living over here in a nice house, right? And your house is in order. What I'm telling you, right? Because this shit gonna save you some problems and some time, right? Don't go down there to the local corner store and pick you something up on the corner and you think that person ain't gonna say nothing. You crazy. It don't work like that, man. It's only two things gonna come out of that. Whatever you got going on at the house, that shit is gonna blow up or you gonna get blown up. And we know one thing. It's easy nowadays to get a weapon, right? It's easy. It's easy nowadays to obtain that, right? And when you got somebody that don't want to see you move on, right? Guess what? It ain't gonna end well. Yeah, ain't no doubt. I'm just telling you, man. If you got something that's worth being involved with, man, keep it all the way a buck across the table, man. And I understand, man. In dudes' mind, they think they can find something better somewhere else. Well, my advice to you, right? My advice to you, right? If in fact you do go do something else, right? Make sure that it's better than what you got. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So my thing is this, man, is that, like I said, that barbershop situation, right? That barbershop situation, dig this up. We gonna holler at you. You could go on troll somewhere else. You ain't welcome over here. Bye-bye. Anyway, man, like I said, that haircut was an expensive haircut that day, man. It was a very expensive haircut, and guess what? It didn't end well, and it didn't last long. Ain't no doubt. Real spill. That's why I say, don't do it, man. You know what I'm saying? If it's cut off, cut it off. Because the minute you try to keep it on, that shit gonna cause some problems, man. And it ain't gonna end well for real, man. Yeah, it ain't gonna end well, man. Real talk. It ain't gonna end well, man. So my advice to you, if you got something to lose, don't lose it for the BBL, man. Don't lose it for the fake eyelashes. Don't lose it for the fake eyes. Don't lose it for none of that. And the number one thing is damn sure don't get your head blowed off when you're sitting in the barbershop chair. That's what you don't need to do. Don't get unalived in the barbershop chair. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say we got real choices out here, man. And you got to choose wisely. You got to choose wisely, man. Real talk. Because today's females, they just like guys, man. They want a big weapon too. You know, they like the sound of it too. You know, they like the switch and all that. You know, these females, they like the same thing that the guys like, right? You know why? Because we living in a culture where the majority of females that's being raised in society today, they being influenced by social media, man. They want the same social media look. They want all that shit. They want to look like the people on social media, for real, man. That's why they go do all that off-the-wall stuff. That's why they go cut their body up, you know? They cut their body up to catch the eye of who? The person that got something. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them, man, that lack intelligence. They damn sure ain't got no confidence. They ain't got no confidence. No confidence ain't through the roof. It's through the ground. Real spill, man. They ain't got no confidence. They can't walk in the room and demand the presence of nobody without all that artificial shit they put on their body. But once again, they want somebody real. And they want the person that they talking to be real in whatever relationship that's going on. They don't give a damn about destroying your shit. You know, Yeah, just like I said, went right in that barbershop, blew that man's head off, then went right down the street and unalived herself. Do that sound like a person that wanted to be here? Or do that sound like a person that care? Hell no. I don't care nothing about that. Didn't care, I mean, nothing at all. They didn't care what you had going on. They didn't care about the kids. They didn't care about the business. They didn't care about none of that. But they knew one thing. You ain't doing it my way. So it's either my way or this way. I'm going to come get you when you go get a haircut, then I'm going to do it to myself. Right? Ain't no way. Ain't no way a person that's got sense gonna put any kind of weapon up against their head and say, I'm out of here. It don't happen like that. It ain't that much mental distraught in the world. But I get it. I get it, man. That's the mentality that these people live by. If I can't help you, can't nobody help you. Real spill. So for me to y'all, guess what, man? Don't get tied up in that shit, man. Don't give your ham up for a bowl of beans. Where the bowl of beans at? They down at the local store. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know what I'm saying? It's real talk, man. I don't know if she was on K2 or not. Yeah, appreciate it. Like I said, don't get caught up in that, man. You know, if you've been going home, keep going home, man. Don't stop. Don't stop at the local grocery store and pick up some shit and go around the corner, right? You know, y'all know how, y'all know how that go. Don't act like you don't know how it go and think you're gonna get you a quick one in and then you're gonna go home, right? Nah, this shit don't work in 2025. What's good? What's up, Daniel? That shit don't work in 2025. If you pick one up on the corner now, that's for life. Real talk. Because soon as they find out where you stay at, they gonna either make a visit over there or they gonna call and say, hey, that dude over there that you say that love you, well, guess what? He was at the motel with me just a few minutes ago. See, that's the problems. See, that's where them problems at right there. Them problems right there, I'm telling you, that's them problems. You think you pick one up at the local grocery store and it's gonna be a one-hitter quitter. Nope. She gonna find out where you stay at because you know one thing. People ain't too much worried about nobody finding out where they stay at, especially if they ain't in that kind of lifestyle. You thought it was safe to pick one up at the local, corner store, and go in there and get one of them rhinos and whatever they, and put some work in and go home. And it's gonna be off the books. And ain't nobody gonna know. Nah, real talk. She gonna follow your ass home, gonna find out where you stay at, and then gonna find out where that girl stay at you stay with. First, she gonna tell it. It's always, I ain't gonna say nothing. Ain't nobody gonna know. Oh, yeah, but you got to second guess that shit sometime, man. You just can't go right in, You can't go right in. You have to second guess it, because if not, guess what? It's going down. My boy said, stay away from them corner stores and 2 for 10. Hey, man, I'm just telling you, man. That's how it always ends, right? And then now, she done blew everything you got up at home, right? So now you got, it's toxic inside the home now, right? Now, you go one day, same barbershop you've been going to forever. You go to the barbershop, right, to get your hair cut. And guess what? Here come that 2 for 10. Ain't no warning, right? Ain't no warning. You sitting right in that barbershop chair and you just laid back like this right here. And next thing you know, it's lights out. That's your last haircut that you'll ever get on this earth. And that's crazy. That's why I say you have to choose wisely, man, on what you do, right? It's the choices that people make to bring a part of their situation, right? And just say hypothetically, right? You know, this was a person that this person was involved with when he was involved with another person, right? And it happens every day. You know, shit happen every day, man. Cause people always think that grass is greener on the other side, right? Now, if I cut this corner, let's say I cut this corner and pick me up a 2 for 10, right? Now you can go get 2 girls for $10, they're gonna be crackheads. You know what I'm saying? And you just have yourself a good old time, not knowing you're gonna have to spend that same block. And they are already looking for you again, trying to have that same hookup. But this time you don't want it. So now, when you go to the house, guess what? The whole spiel is at home now. So now all the shit is in your house, and you trying to figure out why. No, you can't figure out why. You got to go back and understand the choices you made. You made lower level choices. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no, that's AstroTurf on the other side. That's AstroTurf, that's it, rough as hell over there. Real talk. That's all I'm saying though, man. You know, I ain't trying to discourage nobody to do nothing other than they want to do. I'm just trying to tell you, man, that you got choices to make, man. Make the right choice, man, because it might be your last choice. You know, that guy never thought he was going to get his life in sitting in the barbershop chair. He been going to this barbershop forever. Yeah, he been going up there forever, man. And all of a sudden, boom, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? And the person was unstable too. See what happened when they went down the street? Yeah, ain't no, well, like I said, he don't have to worry about getting no haircut when they lay him down because he already had got one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you know, like I said, it was crazy work because she came in there when the people was in there. How crazy is that? He was in the barbershop getting a haircut and she came in the barbershop while people was in the barbershop and did that. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy from the start, man. But anyway, man, I just thought I'd tap in for a few minutes, man. I've been here 30-something minutes, and it's time for me to ride out, man. Y'all just remember one thing, man. Make the right choices, man. Ain't no doubt ain't no bold. The thing about that, though, check this out. He was bold to even been involved with that situation, right? Because the minute you spin the block, and that attitude show up. So you got to spin that other block and say, all right, man, I made a real decision, man. We can't do this. Nah, we can't. Me and you can't make nothing happen. Me and you can't make nothing happen. When you spin the block and that other sew up, you got to make something else happen, man. You can't spin the block on it. You got to go on about your business. And ain't nothing wrong with going on about your business. Because for once, you live to see another day. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got to, yeah, look at my boy say, I stay away from them toxic females. Well, I'm going to tell you like this here, man. A lot of times, bro, this real spill. The ones that be real toxic is the ones that ain't got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Them the ones that be super toxic. The ones that ain't got nothing to lose. Now, the ones that got something to lose, and understand what it is and how to get it, see, they gonna get rid of you. They ain't gonna stay around. You know what I'm saying? That's the one that's real woke. See, that's the natural ones. See, they gonna get rid of you. They gonna let you know, hey man, it ain't worth it. You go that way, I'm gonna go this way. They ain't gonna even call the laws, right? They gonna let you move around before they give up what they got. But the ones that ain't got nothing to lose, them the ones that's gonna take you down. They gonna make that phone call and let whoever you with know you was over here and this is how it's going down. Okay, you from the Philippines, hit the like button, it's all good. So, like I said, them the ones you got to be aware of. Them females right there, because they out here, the ones that ain't got nothing to lose. Them the ones that'll take everything from you. You know, you sitting on millions and you bring them into your circle, right? And next thing you know, you getting a lawsuit put on you. And you losing the lawsuit, right? Real spill. And you losing the lawsuit. They gonna enter your circle, the millionaire circle, right? And they ain't have nothing, they didn't bring nothing to the table. But they gonna enter your millionaire circle or your good life circle, and they gonna ruin it. I'm trying to tell you, that's the ones on the street corner, the females on the street corner. And next thing you know, you in court. And this person that you've been vibing with for I don't know how long, that person can't understand now. Damn, man, you got everything you want right here at the house, and you go and pick up a 2 to 10. Why? And you can't even explain that. You can't explain why you traded your ham in for a bowl of beans. You can't explain that. All you can do is, you know what you can do? Is pack your stuff and say, man, damn, I blew it. Or you can be the dude in the barbershop, getting your last haircut. It's up to you. And however you choose to spin it, it's up to you, man. We got real choices. And I don't know what choice y'all gonna make. But like I just said, if you in a good situation, don't trade it in, because it might not end well. It might not end where you think that you just gonna walk away. No, it don't work like that all the time. Sometimes you can't even walk away. You in it and you stay in it until you lose everything, right? And in this situation right here, real spill, I'm just getting some straight up shit. In this situation right here, guess what? He lost everything. Real talk. And he was the #1 tax man in Arlington, Texas. Everybody knew him for doing taxes, right? So, but he lost everything. He got involved with a 2 to 10, man. And I don't even know the situation. You know what I'm saying? But I do know one thing. It didn't end well. And this person that took him away from her was from a past relationship. So what was he doing? He was still going over here, going over there. He didn't cut it off. And when you do that shit don't end well, man. That's bad energy, man. You know, it's bad energy. You done got caught up in your own lie, because you had to be lying if you over here and you know, in a lockdown situation and you still going over here. That means one thing, you lying to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, she was damaged. And he, you know, I'm not gonna say he was the only one contributed to that situation, but from the looks of it, he was the lead runner, because the only one got unalive was him in that barbershop. He was the only one that got unalive, right? She didn't go down the street and unalive or nobody else. She drove straight to the barbershop and put work in on him, and then bent the corner, right? And say, you know what? I done already did what I had to do, so I'm out of here, right? Just like that. That's how it ended, you know? No suspects, none of that. No trying to figure out who did it, none of that. It was the damage was already done. And that was the damage, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, now the people in the barbershop gonna be on pins and needles, shit, cause they know one thing. And this situation happened in broad daylight. So you can imagine what the barber would do. He probably don't even want to cut no more hair. When you think back on that scenario, real talk, man. It make you don't even want to go to the barbershop if you a suspect in one of them situations. You better get your hair cut at home, because you never know who's gonna enter the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, y'all do me a favor, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. It's been fun, but I gotta run. It's been fun, but I gotta run, man. Let's make the right choices, people. And don't give up a ham for a bowl of beans, man. In other words, what I'm saying, if you in some solid situation, stay in it. Don't go down there and get you no rent-a-cat. See, if you get you a rent-a-cat, you're gonna pay the cost. Salute, man.